Hello and welcome to Farming Simulator 17. I'm Andy and this is the Let's Play on the Hof Bergmann map. So what else? We fast forwarded a little bit and now I'm doing some stuff with these strawberries. I think they are. Can't see anything. Let's go place them over here. So what else? I wanted to firstly say give a big shout out to DeltaBravo Productions. Hello it's not, I'm sorry, it sounds weird when I say that, but the channel DeltaBravo Productions anyway. A big shout out to you and thank you for all the feedback you have given me and all the stuff you say. I'm gonna hit something on the back there. Oh no, managed. So shout out to you, link to his YouTube channel and also the Twitch channel is in the description. Am I really there? No, wasn't even close, sorry. I think that's the problem because when you then try to get them out of there. No, come on. Let's even get it in there. Come on. Okay, well, there it is. So anyway, big shout out to you and all the other people that follow me, of course. What else did I want to say? I wasn't something I was planning on saying in the beginning. Oh yeah, I'm gonna read the feedback. That's the thing. I got a really good feedback on one of the episodes here. I'm going to see if I can find it. Go here. I'm going to find it in my YouTube channel. It's not usually not that hard to find, but the thing is I need to find it somewhere. DeltaBravo, thank you, DeltaBravo. Where is it? Everything comes up in the stream sort of on YouTube, so you have to here. See, it doesn't stop the sound. Oh, sorry. Okay, so I got some feedback on episode 16 of this map from Bunny Slayer. So about a day ago when I'm recording this, a few days when you're seeing it. So the problem with reading. Bunny Slayer said, the problem with farming in Europe has to do with the economics of scale. That basically means that because profit margins are quite small, you need a large number of cows, for example, to maintain enough income to sustain yourself. But they still need to be fed and multiple times a day. The thing is, to build a new shed, for example, it does not cost twice as much to build one that holds twice as much cows. The same goes for equipment. This is why really large, almost industrial sized farms have less problems than smaller scale farms. Very good feedback, and I totally agree with you there. Not being that I'm an expert in any way, but I agree with you. Basically that means that farmers are forced to either grow or do as much added value steps as they can. For dairy farming, that means you can either need to go get really big, or you need to make your own feed, and preferably also make some cheese to maintain income. Because if you're small, only selling milk will not sustain you. I have an example of that. Actually, another thing that plays a major role in Europe is that in most countries, some sectors of agriculture are heavily subsidized to maintain food security and independence from import of food products. Lastly, in bad years, costs tend to compound. If you have trouble getting enough silage to get through winter because you get less grass during bad weather, then you do not only need to buy more feed, but the feed is also more expensive than usual. For arable farmers, if the fuel prices go up, fertilizer and other products also get more expensive due to rising costs for product and transport. Very good feedback and excellently described the problem, Bunny Slayer. So thank you. I do appreciate that feedback, and I hope everyone else did. So if you want to read it, it's on episode 16 on this Let's Play. So let's go back here. So we basically, I wanted to skip the night, but I wanted to get this out first so we can skip it with good conscience. And it can grow during night. I don't know why it grows during night. There's not a lot of not a lot of sunshine in there, but maybe it's because it's still warm. I don't know. Let's place that here. So my last one left. Articulated vehicles are sometimes, I mean, they got a lot easier to steer after I after I installed the steering wheel. We set that up. Oh, what am I doing wrong now? Oh, I'm way up. Sorry. So this is much easier with the steering wheel. Otherwise, it just goes back to the starting point over and over again, which is sort of hard. But this is much easier. Let's go and get that sorted out there. Yes, thank you. Stop. Oh damn it! I still did it wrong. Okay, so we need to buy some more manure, and we need to bring that up, and that we can do when it gets light. So we'll start press N as in November, and we'll go to dawn. Using the in-game skipping is better than the ones I used. No more place. No, I have to move piglets. Sorry. Let's see, piglets. Where are you? Here. Oh, I thought it died. Man, that's not a nice feeling. Let's see, piglets. Yeah. Yes, I know. No, I still have no idea why that's like. Sometimes it's 2, sometimes it's 3, sometimes it's 6. I don't have no idea why it's that way, and I don't understand it. I'm gonna go to our where is it? Our, not that one, not that one. Well, actually we can go here first. See, it's empty. And go refill this. Nope. Sorry. There. Empty. And as I'm doing that, I can go into Photoshop and try to. I found a really old version of Photoshop that I'm using. That's why I can suddenly do stuff in Photoshop again, which feels amazing because it's so much better than GIMP. GIMP isn't bad; it's pretty good. Okay, so we're up to episode 22, in case you're wondering. That's the only way I can figure it out. It's either at the point where I actually start uploading the video to YouTube, or it's at the point where I make the little thumbnail, because there it says which episode we are on. I usually don't remember in advance which episode we are on. What else? New. I think I mentioned this on Rattling Island episode, if everyone is seeing that one. That YouTube has changed their policy, which means that small channels like me from I think the 20th of February basically won't be able to gain and use the monetary part of YouTube, or AdSense I think it's called. So basically there's no way for me to make any money of this unless you give me money through Patreon, which I don't expect. And I understand it. Some people do that, but I totally understand why people don't do that. I support a few channels through Patreon, but most of them I don't support. So I wanted to skip to, where is it? Oh, we can start this one. Start B I, and then something else. Fill up I. Prepare R. So you see 319, that's not a lot. I wonder if there's something missing. There should be more. No grass, maybe we have water. Maybe we don't have any water. Maybe that's the problem. So let's stop there. Oh yeah, we need to refill water, so that's, maybe we should do that at once. Let's go and get our truck. Where is it? There it is. This is the one I'm looking for. So we're gonna use this to, well actually if we're gonna go, we'll go and fill up water first, so we can leave this here. I'm gonna get a water, not trailer, water container, and use that to get some water up to the cow. So we need 10,000 liters, which is not that much. Oh, darn it. I forgot that it opens inwards. Inwards. Why did I forget that? That's slightly weird. So we're gonna go get some water. Ah. Sorry. My driving skills aren't very good today. I haven't driven a lot today. I actually started out this morning. I went to preschool with the kids, dropped them off, then went to the train station, then I rode a commuter train into town, into Stockholm. And after that I went, oh, it's 9,000, that's actually pretty good. After that I had classes most of the morning, since I'm back in school. Well, actually I'm working full-time and going to school full-time, so we'll see how that ends up. And then I took the commuter train back home, which is where I am now. So I haven't driven a lot. Oh yeah, I have some water. I like the trucks there. Now you can see there's this very different coloring, much darker on the new one than the old, compared to the old one. So let's see here. We just need a little bit. About so. Perfect. We'll actually empty this too. So first we'll go and give our cow some water, and then we're gonna go put this back where we found it. The container there is. Get the flat, what do you call it? I forgot what to call it. Well, the part where you can load stuff on, and we're gonna get some nice, a nice amount of manure, which we're gonna bring up to our operation there, our greenhouses, and that sort of stuff. So a lot of it. A lot of stuff there. Let's see. Open. How much was this? So hay bale. Actually, we've got one bale there, but I don't think we can. Probably have to go here with a front loader or something to get it to go into the container, the feed trough. So let's unload. I don't know what there's no like trailer, nothing that shows where it's going. And there's a cow there. Oh no, the cow. I guess he comes in through here and goes out there somehow. See. Some water. Battery's good. Need some water though. They'll produce some milk. Okay, so it can hold up to 10,000 liters, and then you need to unload it somehow. That's interesting. Good. Nope, sorry, little cow. Probably ran you over. Well, I did run you over, didn't I? So we can go back with this to main farm and get the other stuff, and then we need some manure. We're gonna bring that up. I don't know why I keep saying this. I've said this already. It's like I don't have anything to say, so I'll just keep talking and saying the same thing over and over again, which I guess could be slightly annoying. I don't know. Let me know what you think. If anyone is still watching, please let me know what you think. Any feedback is really and truly and greatly appreciated. I keep saying it. I keep nagging about it, but I do appreciate it. I actually got a feedback on an explain video. No, it wasn't explain. No, I think it was a farming simulator video. Oh yeah, I did a review on a really old review. When I looked at the date, I think it was like old. It was a year old, basically. And that, I think that's before I got my new microphone. So, firstly, I had a really bad microphone. It's not an excuse, it's just an explanation. Well, I guess it's an excuse. So I had a really bad microphone, and then I also had, well, I was mumbling, basically. I try not to mumble, but I do that sometimes, and I know about the problem. I try not to do it. So anyway, I had a microphone and mumbling, and the person that responded basically said, I can't hear what you're saying. I can't hear if you're talking or sobbing. And I was like, oh, okay. But, and first you go like, with all criticism, it tends to first stick to your stomach or your gut and make you feel uncomfortable and sometimes annoyed, sometimes angry, sometimes sad, mostly just sad, because people tend to express criticism, maybe in not the nicest way people can do that. But I find when I usually try to respond to everyone's feedback, so I responded to that one, and I got didn't get a response from that one, but I did respond to an earlier criticism about I think one of the videos I did, and it was really harsh, the first response. But I asked, thanked him for taking the time and posting a response and feedback, and asked him some follow-up questions and explained some stuff, and he responded in a very kind and nice way after that. So even though the first feedback was quite harsh, I think that if you talk to people, they tend to show themselves in a more humane light. UV? Yeah, I forgot about that. To open this. Is it 9 o'clock? Is it 8 o'clock? No, 9 o'clock. So let's see. We need map additionals, and we need bedding manure bale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll start with 8. We'll go square bales, round bales, big bags, pallets, big bales. Be that. That didn't work. We'll go wood square bales, big bags. We'll go that one. Okay, well, that's a lot. That looks weird. Sorry. 1, 2, 3. Well, we'll do that. So we'll fit 8 more. I'm sorry, this is not realistic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There will be a slight problem when we unload these, of course. So let's run this little machine up to our big truck. A gigantic big truck. No, sorry. Let's run this up to greenhouses and unload this, and then I'm gonna probably leave it there for this episode. I think this is fairly good amount of work done. And then I might do some stuff off screen, but I haven't decided on that yet. Oh, sorry, that was bad. Bad driving. Let's see. Let's go here. Okay. Let's head on up here. We're going. Where are we going? It's interesting that it seems like this is like the edge of the map, and then you realize it's a really big map, and you can continue for quite some time before getting to the actual edge of the map, which is up by the greenhouses, and even further if you want to go in a westerly direction from there. So it's a lot of things you can do on this map. Oh, bad driving. Okay, let's see. So it's late spring, so we haven't gotten very far. With this season's mod, with the season's mod, this one at least, it seems like it does take quite some time to get through the year, which is nice and a little bit more realistic, I think. Some cool stuff about this mod, where stuff that's not stored underneath the roof will deteriorate and eventually disappear, which I think is fair and realistic. Also, the animals behave differently depending on which season it is. They breed and reproduce at different rates and eat different amount of food depending on where you are in the season. Which is very cool, actually. I'll put this over here somewhere. Probably where I did put them before. Actually, I could go and sell stuff, since we're basically here. I mean, since we're here, we might as well go and sell stuff. Okay, so. This is not gonna work, not going to be pretty, because it will sort of explode. Oh, actually that was fairly good. Okay, never mind. It didn't explode the way I thought it would. So we have a load back down, I guess. Where to sell these? See, so land market seems to be a fairly good place to sell these. We'll go land market. It's almost down. It's not a very long drive extra. When you compare to going to just the main farm, so I can do that. Still within this episode. Whoa, sorry. Oh, that actually worked out. That's some terribly great grip on those tires. Even though they have a bad driver. Okay, so we're gonna go sell this. We bought all the ponies, so we sort of spent a lot of money there, but still can make money. We could probably buy a big field somewhere if we wanted to. Some more fields for next season. Ooh. Well, we should buy. I should have a car. A cool car would be nice to have. Well, I actually have a car. I have the van, but that's not. I mean, more like a family car. Ooh. So land market, let's go and sell this, and then we're gonna go and end this episode. Hello my 61 cows, how are you doing? Hello cows. So what else are you doing out there? Are you studying, going to school, or working? What are you doing? That would be interesting too. I guess like a poll, like what do you do out there? Just respond, name, and you have to put name of. Maybe what do you do? What do you do for a living? What do you enjoy doing? What would you like to do if you're going to school? That sort of stuff. Interesting to get to know my listeners. That is the ones that are still listening to this episode, which is probably about 0 people. Maybe someone. And if there's someone out there, I'm really happy about that. Let's see, almost there. Hello. No, didn't say hi actually. Weird. Hello, empty these. We can start our little trip back down. So long. Sometimes it's really laggy when it wants to. What do you say? Oh, I forgot the name. When it's saving, auto saving. 19,606. That's pretty good. I think that's pretty good income, considering. It does take a little bit of work to do that, but I mean, we're up above 300,000 again. We were up to like 500-600 something. Didn't cost quite a lot to get the ponies, but that's the way it is. Oh, when I'm turning here, and then I'm gonna end this episode. Oh, don't break something. Which there is actually like a real possibility of me doing. Okay, good. And we're here. We're back at the farm, and we're gonna go and do other stuff. But we're gonna do that on another episode. So I'm Andy. Please, if you like this channel, please subscribe. If you like this episode, please hit the like button, leave a comment or share, and I will see you next time. Have a great day, everyone. See you soon. Take care. Bye bye.